Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic Monday and a happy New Year's Day. Today we're going to do some of the Paladin quests. I'd like to get through the 30, 35, and 40 quests today if possible. I think. Hold on. Let me pull up the list of Paladin quests again. 30, 35, 40. And then there's... yeah, and then we'll do 45, 45. Apparently there's two 45 quests and a 50 quest. So we'll go ahead and do those in their own set. But today we're going to do 30, 35, and 40 quests. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. Let's go ahead and talk to... it's this person. Lulusu, that's right. Paladin's Pledge. Lulusu wishes to share with you some exciting news. Oh, there you are, Brilliant. Perfect timing. I've just heard a juicy bit of gossip I know you're going to be interested in. Apparently, and remember, you heard this from me. You heard this first from me. The Sultansworn elite are sharing the secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultansworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those office-track elites, then you had no chance to learn the arts, and competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Old Dawn Sultanate, which meant no more adventuring, no more daring-do, and no more Colosseum, just languishing about in the palace all day polishing plate mail. That's why this news is so big. Not anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the Sworn or any other nonsense either. This is golden, no, a platinum opportunity that comes but once in a lucky adventurer's time. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade in the Hustling Strip. Find the captain of the Sultansworn elite, Jenlins is his name, and tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin. Alright. Let's go talk to Jenlins and tell him we want to be a paladin. Apparently these paladins are a bunch of rich snobs though, so I'm not sure how to feel about joining up with them. Let's see, Jenlins is over here. Hello, I want to become a paladin? Yes, I am Jenlins, member of the Sultansworn elite and servant to the Old Dawn Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about training as a paladin. If so, I would have your name, good woman. Brilliant! A fine name. I bid you welcome, and salute your noble resolve. But if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. I don't know about this. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Yeah, I'm really not feeling this. I'll go play Dark Knight again. Sellswords and gladiators and others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves. Yep, sounds more like me. But a paladin serves the greater good. Do you understand me? Yes, I understand you perfectly. That doesn't mean I agree with you. The battle arts that a paladin learns have been held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultansworn elite for nigh on the 600 years, so they never used them. How is this a perfect... whatever. Of all those sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights, we are of the elite, our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. Again, if you're the elite of the elite, does that mean you don't do anything? All you do is polish armor and say that you're really the elite of the elite and never actually use your skills? But the glory of the Sultansworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are a shadow of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to sellswords to defend her palace. Yep, that's about right. like me. All this because of one traitor. No, because of a bolt of dishonor left by one who shall not be named. And because of him, we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. You know, if your reputation is that fragile, then maybe you shouldn't stake yourself on your reputation. And here you are. We shall instruct you in the Paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan's Sworn, but serve as a free Paladin. Oh, I like the sound of that. However, first you will show us that both your sword and your heart have metal, and you are worthy of the honor. In the ruins to the south of Little Alamigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give you their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be Paladin, show me the metal of your heart and steel of your blade. I don't like the direction this is going, but, I guess we'll continue. Now, I think it's the Paladin quests are not very good, so I'm interested to see just how, bad they are. Okay, so I'll go ahead and fly over here. And then, yeah, I'll just fly the whole way because it's pretty close to the Alamigo. Oh, right, where's that iron brazier? Brazier? Oh, yeah, this one, okay. I've seen that flying over a couple times, but I've never actually checked it out. There it is. Brazier, not brazier. Hello, boys. Good thing I'm way over leveled. I went and did, yesterday I wanted to just get some more experience, so I actually used my Wondrous Tales on Paladin, and then I also did some Grand Company Command missions to get some more experience as well. So I actually got all the way up to level 43 because I wanted to get through the level 40 quest. There we go. That should be all right. Yeah. Oh, gotta put him in the fire. That's right. Oh, who's this? Oh, this is probably gonna be the trader, or whatever. If you're in this place, searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the Paladin arts. But make no mistake, simply learning Paladin swordplay does not make you a Paladin, nor does the armor you wear or the status you claim. I am just another aging free Paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirits. Spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of the Paladin. Sir, you're saying a bunch of words, but you're not saying anything. Here, you'll be returning to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. Probably the soul crystal. It's not exactly a smile I want to trust. The way you use that sword reminds me of a man I used to know. Mine eyes may be old, but they can see the truth well enough. Be a Paladin strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. Okay, old man. Oh, let's head back over to Old Isle. I'll just go ahead and teleport straight there. Not that way. This way. You can already tell this is gonna be, mediocre storyline. Just with that kind of dialogue writing. Alright, Jennels. Jelness. What's your name? Jenlins. I got those hearts. Here's the ash. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins south of Little Alamigo in southern Thanlin. Defeat them and return with proof of your deed. Yep, here it is. Yes, that's what I needed. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true, and your sword has metal. I've no doubt that you will be proved to be an attentive pupil. That is well, for there is much to learn. First and foremost is this. You are a paladin now, a custodian of traditions, ancient and noble. A free paladin has no master. Instead, she travels all lands, and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty not to a lord, but to yourself. You are nobility amongst adventurers. Again, this sounds really pretentious. You have taken your first step on a new path, and you have earned the right to bear this, the soul of the paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. She who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honor. Bahamut's Fang! You already possess a crystal? And you say it was given to you by an unknown free paladin? Who told you to hand it to me? He was a big Rogadin guy. Where is the crystal of which you speak? I demand you show it to me at once. Here it is. I mean, it looks like a paladin soul crystal. Curse him! He has make a mockery of the trial. That crystal you bear is indeed the soul of a paladin, but it is disgraced, impure. It was stolen from the Sultansworn. The man who gave you this soul is the very traitor whom I have been seeking these many moons. He is an oath-breaker who bent the knee to the Uldan Sultanate and who swore allegiance to the Sultansworn, and then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give you counsel on honor on the Paladin way? This soul is polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by a captain of the Sultan's Sword. Again, this sounds like a bunch of pretentious hogwash. That traitor is no Sultansworn, still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Nah, it sounds like he's a pretty cool guy. I want to go meet him again. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance. Well, yeah, that's what I just said. But through reigns long and short, our forebearers in the Sultansworn have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty-bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our own ranks scorn them as relics. Well, that's because they are relics. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultansworn in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honor, I have bent my knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. Do I have to? You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you as surely as an oath. Yeah. I think I want to learn from the other guy. Oh well, I got my soul crystal, that's all that matters. The souls of paladins past bequeath you their wisdom. Next paladin quest to level 35. Yep, we're gonna do that right away. Alright, gotta actually... I'm like, wait, why is it red? Because I gotta actually equip the soul crystal. There we go. Yeah, transfer. Oh, is this new? That's cool. Yeah, that transfers that, and then let me grab the new Paladin abilities that I don't have on the bar. So I'm definitely going to want to put that there. Let's see, what's this? Delivery tag, 700, I'm skill, not sure. Recast time with any other. Okay. That's an OGCD. This is also OGCD. Wait, no, it's not. I'm just going to put these here. Wait, no, this isn't AoE, is it? No, this is a big tack. This looks like while under effective Sword Oath. I don't know what gives me Sword Oath, so I'm just gonna leave that here. Leave this here. Clemency is healing, right? Yes. Spirit Within, that's one that I have. Okay, this is an ability. So I'll just put that on E for now. Okay, this is the one that I want to use a lot. This is actually the one. This is the one that has the short cooldown. So I'll go ahead and leave that on. I want that on E because that's where I put my Bloodwedding. Oh, not this one. This is the AoE. This is the one that I wanted to put there. Hollowed Ground is my invul, which I actually want to put here. There's an attack potency all nearby. Okay, so that's an AoE. It also does dot. Interesting. Yeah, total clips. Those are the combos. That does that. Bulwark blocks an incoming attack. Right, that's the big holy shield, right? I'm not gonna do all these right now. I'm just doing a couple of them. Cover, take all damage intended for another party member as long as said member remains within 10 yalms. Okay, I'll put that on E. Or Shift E. And then I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. Yeah, that's that combo, so I want to put that there, and I don't know what... I'll just leave that there for now. Okay, we'll just go with that for now. Anyway, let's talk to Genlins again and start the next quest. Honor Lost. Captain Genlins wishes to teach you more of the Paladin arts. You have earned the right to call yourself a Paladin, but how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Once, not so long ago, the Sultansworn could walk the streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude, and no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us, because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd. We were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when I heard when the captain saved us from our flight. I'd never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds, the hunters were on the ground or fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels before my father had time to thank him. Even today, I can see the captain as he was, blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After that, all I ever wanted to be was a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultansworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in training yard, and the last to leave. And so the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named captain of the Sultansworn. Yet the triumph was hollow, because by then, the honor of the Sultansworn elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of a defeated foe. There were many reasons for the fall, but the loss of the oath of Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Wait, hold on. I'm reading that wrong, I think. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan Sworn by the Sultan of Ul'dah. In time, it became our standard, the symbol of the oaths we had sworn, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of Sultan Sworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana, if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultan Sworn are to survive, we must find the traitor and recover the Oathbreaker, the Oathkeeper. But the Sultan Sworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a great thing that we ask, and you must learn more of our secrets if you are to succeed. Again, this sounds like a bunch of wish-wash, hogwash. Like, you guys just need to get over it. In Outer Lenosha, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of these beasts would be a fine way to hone your skills that I will teach you. Isn't this literally what we already did with Gladiator? In the grove, you will find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Sure? Like, bro. You're literally just, like, this is like the introductory quests. It's like the kind of thing I would expect from... like, the first 2 quests when you pick up at a job initially, not, like, as the main style. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the fishing boat to Costa del Sol, and then I'll just teleport up to Outer Lenosha. I really should just teleport there initially, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so fishing boat. And Costa del Sol. I'll just teleport up to Upper Lenosha. Wait, he said outer. Yeah, we'll just go to outer. Alright, over by this clearing. I don't think I ever actually had to go over here for anything. I feel like I did. I feel like I did for something, but I can't remember what it was. Either way, there's the brazier we need. Or brazier we need. Let's interact with it and fight off the ringtails. Oh yeah, I should definitely swap those. Again, we're pretty over leveled for this, so it's pretty easy. There we go. Oh, there's the other one. That was a little too easy. Kind of feel like I should move Shield Bash over to like one on Q. But at the same time, oh, there's some more. Okay, is that all? Yeah, there we go. That was it? Really? Like, I think I'm understanding why people say the Paladin quests aren't very good. It's literally like, go kill these 5 mobs. Yeah, that's like fine for the first quest, but like we're in a class quest, not a job quest. Okay, Genlins. I took care of those lemurs for you. Now we're gonna get to something that's actually interesting. Well done. You have taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have words of where I still do not have word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Let's see. So we got Oath Mastery, which increases Oath Gauge. Okay. And then, oh, this cost Oath Gauge. Okay, that's how that works. Oh, okay, that's Shield. Shieldtron? Yeah, so Oath Gauge is our meter. Oath Gauge, yeah, that's, I think that looks nice, but at the same time, I like the, you know, I'm gonna turn on the, for the Oath Gauge, I'm gonna make it look nice, because I like how that looks. Okay, but I do need to move it. Yeah, it doesn't need to be that high. Let's just put it right here for now. I think that's close enough to centered. Yeah, that looks, it is off, I think that's slightly off center. Moved over 1 pixel to the left. That's slightly closer. Okay. Okay, so this costs... Okay, so those are both spenders. But this one I can use more often, so I'm gonna keep that on E for now, but this also feels like kind of like TBN for Paladins, which means I might want to put it on a different spot. I want to keep Shield Up there, but I might want to move Shield Bash somewhere else later. But I think I would more likely want to put it, like, Atonement there instead. Oh wait, I need Sword Oath. I don't know how what triggers that, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, let's go and talk to Genlins and start on the next quest. This was gonna be the last quest that I wanted to do today, but considering we've only been going for less than 30 minutes, I'm gonna say we're probably gonna go through the level 45 quest too. Power struggles. Captain Genlins has another lesson for you. Another lesson to teach you. Welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. Word of your deeds has reached me. You are those who follow the true Paladin path without misstep, but you are one of them. I'm proud to call you sister. You have kept the faith, and in return, I must have faith in you. It is time that you knew the truth, though it is hard to share, for it is a shame I would rather keep hidden from outsiders. Perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor, and the sword Oathkeeper that he stole. His name is Rogan name here, and he was my predecessor as Captain. That makes a little. Why did you say he stole it if it was his sword? Bruh. So what did he actually do? Yes, he was the same man whom I admired as a child, which this was what I thought was going to happen, actually, because it was kind of pretty obvious and the story isn't very good. Yes, he was the same man whom I had admired as a child, who inspired me to take up the sword and follow the way of the Paladin. He was the paragon of Paladins, until, that is, he changed. Some years ago, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Monetarists. The latter emerged triumphant, and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Rogadin name here was still captain of the Sultan's sworn elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words that he had spoken on bended knee before his royal liege. Now it falls to me as captain to restore the honor and the name of the Sultan Swarm. If that means cutting down my former mentor and master, I would do it gladly, for his misdeed cannot be forgiven. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that there's a little bit more to this than what this fool of a captain thinks. But we'll get there. But his death will not lift the stain that mars our name. He must be put on trial in a public court so that everyone knows his crimes. Then and only then can we begin to earn the people's trust again. He served for over 30 years as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, and he is a formidable foe. Few can match his skill with the sword. Well, let me just pull up my warrior axe and just take him down. Even together, you and I will find it difficult to take him alive without mortal harm to one side or the other. Well, it wouldn't really matter if you died, but okay. So you must continue to hone your skills and prepare for the day when we will face him. Right. To complete the next stage of your training, you must do this. Go to the Ugram River in eastern Thandalin and find another brazier we have placed there. This quest line is not very good. You must train to defeat the enemy. You must train to defeat the enemy. That's not very good. By lighting it, you will draw the ire of the Lepidotes dwelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, but if you take to heart what you have learned and let the crystal be your guide, you will triumph. I think if I just press 1, 2, 3 a couple times, that'll work a little bit better than trusting in the crystal. Anyway, let's go over to Eastern Thandalin. Let's go ahead and teleport to Drybone so we don't have to fly all the way over, so we can get a nice shortcut. Still gotta fly across half the zone, but it's not that bad. You know, when people said this questline was bad, this is not quite what I thought. I thought it was just going to be a bad story, not just like, go kill these enemies 3 times in a row. It's like they're trying to set something up with the captain, but this just isn't how you do this. The gladiator questline was a bit better. That was at least, like, passable for a story. That was a little more than passable. They just didn't develop the characters almost at all. Anyway, here we are. Let's go ahead and kill some monsters. What the heck are we fighting again? Lepidotes. Lepidotes. I don't know how you say this. That's one down. Yeah, this is like a TBN, so I'm probably gonna put that in a different spot. In that case, I don't really have anything like DPS-wise to spend my oath gauge on, and I should just go ahead and use the shield. That's a really short shield. Ah, there's part 2. Does it give anything? I mean, maybe it'll do a little bit more later. Like, maybe it'll increase the duration to, like, 5 or something. 5 seconds instead of 1 second. There we go. Not 1 second, 4 seconds. Got 2 more to do. Yeah, wait till after the screwdriver, and then I'll use another shield. well, that's it. I guess we'll head back. This is very underwhelming. Alright, let's head back to, what's his name again? Genlin's. Well, I took down all the stuff and completed these quests in like 20 minutes. Like, what the heck, bro? Alright, Genlin's took care of your chores for you again. Good, you have mastered your new skills and made them your own. But much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor Rogan in name here. We are close to finding him, and as our net draws tighter, it grows ever more important that we make ready for the moment when the fish must at last be landed. That gets me the second attack for my AoE. Very nice. That's nice to get. Glad I did that quest. And then the next quest doesn't unlock till level 45. So, but those are the three that I wanted to get done today. So the next ones get me, the level 45 one gets me the gear, and then after that gets me cover, and then hollowed ground and the rest of the gear. But obviously we're not going to be doing that today because I'm not high enough level. So instead I'm going to do a leveling dungeon. And that actually might get us close to 45. If we do, I'm still not going to do the next quest. I just want to... I'm going to do a leveling dungeon, and then I'm going to go unlock the first stage of the Splendorous tools. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll go ahead and do that. It just changed the healer. Yeah, it did. I'd never seen that change. Literally, that did just change right in front of me, didn't it? Oh, okay, well, I can't see the replay. Maybe I'll check it eventually. Also, I didn't realize that Heaven's Turn started yesterday, so we'll probably end up doing that on Friday, because I'm going to be off Friday for some stuff. Well, maybe I'll do it on Friday. I'm not sure if I'll stream on Friday or not, but I am off work. I think I'll fit it in. I'll go ahead and do Heaven's Turn, and then I'll probably be able to do the next Loprit quest as well. While we wait for this, we can go ahead and make our way over to the Crystarium. Go ahead and teleport outside to get a very small reduction in the fee. I still have the Crystarium as one of my favorite destinations because it's a little bit out of the way, but it's also the easiest way to get to Novrant. Okay, so I believe we started from... Yeah, that's Andon. We can't... I wanted to start Andon this week, so we'll also start Andon next weekend, because that's the next custom delivery NPC that was added with 6.3. The issue is that I did my allowances completely forgetting that I was going to unlock Andon. So we're going to have to wait till next week to unlock him. While we wait, I'm going to go ahead and check on my retainers as well. Just go ahead and cycle them out. Needed some more Dynamis crystals, so I went ahead and sent my combat retainer out to get some. How am I 4th NQ as a tank? Either way, let me go ahead and check. I think an original improvement is the quest line that we want to do, but I need to go ahead and double check that. Oh wait, I have a link for it. Let's see. My stream notes note. Or not stream notes. My 6.x content note. Yeah, Splendorous tools. Yes, an original improvement. And we'll go ahead and do the first one. But you just popped, so let's go ahead and do that. Of course it's Stone Vigil. You know, this is really big. I'm gonna need to put that somewhere else. Oh, my gear is really under-leveled, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, I think this is, I'm gonna have to take this really slowly because I'm pretty under-geared. This is level 43 dungeon and my eye level is 25. That's not good. I think I need to go get better gear. Oh wait, I definitely, like I just said, I need to be careful. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna need to make sure to get some better gear. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. Getting distracted. I didn't expect to get Stone Vigil, but I guess I'm just in the level range for it. At least this healer is doing a good job. Despite my bad gear. I shouldn't pull 2. My gut was like, I should pull 2. And like, no, no, you shouldn't. Like I said, I almost, like, that was a ton of damage there. Gotta remember to use Spirit Within on cooldown. Yeah, I'm taking this slow and the healer's doing a good job, so we're not in too much trouble. Yeah, look at that, that just does so much damage. Yeah, I can't stun this. Actually, even with mitigation, that does quite a bit of damage. Need to get these to sync up a little bit more, so I'll let it drift for a second. Definitely want to get better gear next time before I do the next leveling dungeon. Although I should be able to get the level 45 quest. There we go. That's level 44. Yeah, I can't use that. What level am I actually? 44, yeah. So I actually only need one more level. No new gear, right? No. I need to go a little YOLO and grab that guy. Good job, Astrologian. I'm being an idiot. And you're taking care of me. I think it probably was a good idea to grab that there, because these ice things are going to hit pretty hard. I'll make sure to get better gear before I do another roulette. I'm making this healer work overtime. Even with using mitigation. There we go. This boss is really easy, it just takes forever. That was with Fortify and Shield. How do you say this? Shieldtron. And it still did half of my HP. Want to make sure not to overcap on my, what's this called? Resource called an Oath Gauge. Uh-oh. Got used again. I didn't have... Rampart wasn't up yet. Need to make sure to use Shieldtron before... Or Shelltron. To try and get some mitigation. 15% isn't half bad. It's not quite Rampart, but... No, I'm holding off on the fight or flight there, because he's almost dead. It'd be real nice if I could get a Paladin gear. That's not Paladin. That's not Paladin. Oh, we're not dead. That's the most important thing. Okay, there should be another bundle of ice things here. There they are. Go ahead and stun one of them. His arms length. Oh, I guess this has to be a physical attack, doesn't it? When barrier is struck, they're using a magical attack, so that arm's length isn't actually going to do anything with them. Definitely want to use this 30% because all three of these are going to do a lot of damage. Okay, everyone's here. Let's go. Even as a tank, I'm taking as much as the DPS. Oh man, this place is a mess. Gotta clean it up. I used the Sheltron too late there. Oh, of course, I used Fight or Flight. Well, you spend more time cleaning this place up. And move this over a bit. The thing is, I need that resource to be like right there, so I think I'll just switch it over to the simple gauge. Man, it looks so nice though. Okay, and I'll use, I think he's gonna fly away after this. I'll just use some mitigation. No, of course. I thought he was gonna fly away. Oh, I can clean up some more. Nice if this one of these melee DPS will. There we go. Nice. Sorry about my bad gear. Maybe give the healer that calm because they did a good job. Wait, there's no point in me staying. And I still got 3 comps. It's because I apologized. Because that really made the healer do a nice workout. Also, that got us all the way to level 45. So I could go and do that, but I could go do the level 45 quest, but I'm not going to yet. Instead, I'm going to wrap up the stream by unlocking Splendorous tools. Let's head on over to the person that we need to talk to. We need to go to an original improvement over here and do that. You're just a sheep. You just started from a sheep and in. Oh, right. Cora Zoe? Is that how you say it? Let's talk to you. An original improvement. Cora Zoe is awaiting your Yeah. Cora Zoe is awaiting the arrival of an important visitor. Excuse me, you're the Warrior of Darkness, aren't you? My name is Cora Zoe, and I work for the Facet of Forging. I apologize for interrupting your day, but seeing as you're said to be a practiced artisan, I thought you might be interested to hear the news. Now, I think you actually need to have the Crystalline Mean quests done before you can do these quests, which would make sense. Oh, did I not read that? Oops. A craftsman of legendary reputation is coming home to the Crystarium. He's long been away, living somewhere in the wilds that he might focus on mastering his trade without worldly distractions, which we've already seen is going to be Geralt's shard in the first. But now that night has returned to the realm, he felt it time to return. As a matter of fact, he's due to arrive any moment now. To think that I shall soon meet one of my greatest inspirations. No, he's not going to be an inspiration for long. It's a modified version of the flame top, I think. Over there! I think that's him! Does he have gorgeous locks? Yep, that's him. Master Grendel? Aye, that'd be me. You must be the young artisan I was told would be waiting. Cora Zoe, was it? Yes, sir. It's such an honor. I find it hilarious that he's super respected, has gorgeous locks in the first, but then he's Geralt. He's Geralt in the source. And brilliant. Wasn't expecting to see you here. You've been keeping well, I hope. Hold on. The two of you know each other? Well, I went to the bottom of the sea and I ended up somehow finding him. I came to visit my workshop in the depths of the bloody tempest. She did. Gave her a set of gear in exchange for helping me out with a job. Then she was off to save the world, or something to that effect. Yeah, that's about right. Pretty good summary. Oh my, it's like seeing a storybook heroes come to life. I was set on asking you to be my mentor, but I simply see me meet you is already a dream come true. Now, lass, I ain't worthy of such an earnest young craftswoman's admiration. I was a sad shadow of a man hiding away in a watery tomb. 'Twas only when Brilliant came that I was forced to realize how much my work relied on the people I tried to leave behind. Then I got to thinking I should pair up with that up-and-coming talent. You know, get myself a fresh perspective. I sent a letter as much me old mates and mean, and they told me to promise an artisan who'd shown an interest in me craft. So I took that as the sign I needed to get my sorry arse back home. I can't do the Cockney accent that they're trying to do, so I just end up defaulting to a southern accent. You mean it? What's the sign? You won't regret this, Master Grendel. I promise. Shall we make our way straight to the meeting? Catless and the others are eager to see you. Having you show up in this moment is some kind of fate, I reckon. Why don't you come along and we can make it one big reunion? Sure. I wholeheartedly agree. Please come with us, Brilliant. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we gotta head up to the mean. You gotta make sure to actually take the crystalline mean one and not the Cabinet of Curiosity, because they're on completely different levels. Actually, the more confusing one is the hunt one here, because this is actually below the crystalline mean one. Because you think it's slightly closer to the stuff or something like that, but then you might accidentally, I don't know. Looking at it here, there's no way you could get those wrong. Okay, there's Grendel. It's Grenold, not Dolt. It's been nigh on a decade since Master Grenold was last in the Crystarium. I can't imagine what he must be feeling. Probably dread. Well, ain't this a sight for sore eyes? Those iron girders, those elegant domes. Gazing up at that architecture as a sprat is what got me into the trade in the first place. Yeah, it is pretty impressive. Ah, so the city itself was the original source of inspiration. You must have some wonderful stories. I can hardly wait to hear them all. Yes, now Catless. Haven't seen her in a long time. Yep, dread. What? They're gonna be like a perfect couple in the first. Isn't that Master Moen? Mistress Moen, speaking of sight for sore eyes, surely you've not come into town on account of little old me? But of course I did. Many's the evening I spent in Yulmore's terrace, gazing into the distance and thinking fondly of my rough-spoken smith. My character's like, wait a minute. I should explain. I owe a great debt to Mistress Malwyn here. If she hadn't believed in me enough to promote my wares all over Novront, then I reckon I'd never have made it as an artisan. It's the complete opposite. Where in the source, she made all the money off of stuff. She's in the source, she's a shrewd businesswoman, but in this, she's a benevolent, what's the right word? Businesswoman? Sure. The kettles! Why is the kettle here? As it turns out, I find me muse in this enchanting eyes. The thousands of kettles I forged to capture that captivating gleam was what set me on the smithy's path. It's always the kettles. This one is inscribed with the mark I saw in a dream. Isn't it like one of the gods of the source? And it's become the symbol, like that, isn't that like close to Bayergot's symbol? Good fortune, the embodiment of all my aspirations. Without you, Mr. Smallman, I wouldn't be a craftsman I am today. I hope the fool who spent so many years honing his skills under the ocean is still one you can be proud of. You great oaf, 'tis I who was enchanted by your craft, and by your unyielding discipline. In emulation of those admirable values was I able to build my commercial empire. It's not like the source at all. Yep. There's another no context moment. Oh, but they're too embarrassed. Yeah. So, Master Grindelwald, did you have anything in particular you were wanting to forge? Some overarching plan or direction in mind? That was to be my question to ye, Corazoi. Before we begin, I need to know, what's that thing you daydreaming about crafting the most? Well, I suppose I've always liked the idea of a tool which attunes itself to the artisan who holds it, but I can never settle on its design. Forget the finer details for now. The seed of your ideas is all we need to get underway. Just hop on the crafting cart with me, and we'll see where it takes us. That's not a bad thing to say. How wonderful! Being the sort of veteran craftsman who takes on discipline was something you always wished for, was it not? Or disciple, right? You remember that? Feels like an age since we spoke of it. A new era has begun. Novront is emerging from 100 years of torpor, and the tools you invent will help shape the world it becomes. As chairwoman of the Boutique of Splendors, I consider it my duty to nurture the artisans of today and tomorrow. The complete opposite. You're gonna make collectibles for me, and I'm gonna pay you for them so that you can use them for stuff in my store. Whatever you decide to do, I pledge my full support. Might I suggest you have Berlian lend a hand? I can personally vouch for her skill, and I'm certain whatever tool you end up crafting will benefit from her involvement, that's for sure. Especially if I get the tool. I'll not say nay to that. With Corazoi's potential and your proven talent, it'll be in fine company. Having the warrior's name attached to your project will add more than a simple prestige. We could be watching the birth of something truly historical. As a merchant, I can think of no greater honor or opportunity than to be part of this undertaking. You'll need a place to work, I assume. We've set up all— oh, that's why people do all the crafting over there. We've set up the stall just outside the mean, so feel free to make yourself at home for as long as you decide to stay. Sounds perfect. I do like the idea of being in earshot of the hustle and bustle. Let's see about getting me tools unpacked, shall we? Then am I gonna have to pick up a quest for each one of them, or is it just gonna be like, you can now craft all the stuff you need? That'd be nice if it was. I've got a Crystarium furnace in my Tempest workshop, so I'm well familiar with the facilities here in town. I don't know how you got that there, but okay. I don't even know how you got there at all. Any refining or smelting can be done in the fast of forging, and this place will serve as me workbench. One thing, Mr. Corazoi. Do you have much experience in crafting original pieces? Practically none at all, I'm ashamed to say. I have something of a knack for making replicas. Ah, okay, so she's gonna be the replica vendor. But when it comes to new ideas, I'll find myself being overwhelmed by the possibilities. Understandable, that's not a uncommon thing to have. And you stick to what you know, eh? How about we try this then? You take some of the old tools as a base and see what improvements you can add to make them your own. I have a set right here you can work on. You mean the tools you made yourself? The same tools you lauded by master artisans in every corner of Novront? I must have filled 100 orders making duplicates of your designs. Aye, they were right popular for a time there. Before I took the hermit's life, I was still crafting them dawn till dusk. Even had a nightmare I was trapped slaving away at me forge until the bloody hair fell out. That wasn't a dream. But they are masterpieces. What can I possibly do to improve upon them? Make them all glowy and pretty? I mean, I got my golden tools on. Don't take it so seriously for starters. Play around a bit, tweak a few measurements, and they'll soon give you a feel for what is and ain't possible. Ah, such fond memories. Grenell was buried beneath unfinished tools. I was drowning in purchase receipts, and the orders just kept flooding in. Mr. Of course. Apologies, I didn't mean to. You'll get tool grease all over your clean hands, yours, that's all. 'Tis I should apologize. One careless move, and I might have ruined your project before it even began. These two, jeez. It's fine. Everything's fine. Your touch could never ruin anything. What, does she not get it? If I rack that old noggin, I shouldn't take too long to sketch out some plans for evolving the original tool design. You'll be the one doing the actual improvements, so feel free to draw on them or make whatever adjustments you like. And whatever materials you require, the boutique will procure it, no matter the rarity, except for all the stuff that I have to procure myself. Is this gonna be like the white scripts or purple scripts that I'm gonna have to, like they did with the resplendent tools? Or I know that some of the later ones you have to actually gather raw materials yourself to craft the items, and I think that might just be the last tier. So we'll see. My dear lady, I've not the words to thank you for your gracious, generous assistance. Flowers? Nope, not yet. Yep, there's the flowers. We're just like, get a load of this. Oh no. I've just had this most wonderful idea. We'll need a name for our new creations, and what better way to show our gratitude to the boutique than dub them Splendorous Tools? 'Tis a lovely gesture, Miss Chorazoi, but a merchant's role is simply to ensure that the artisan has her choice of creative clay. 'Twould be presumptuous in the extreme to have my establishment to take center stage when the genius is all yours. What do you mean it's free advertising? That quaint dignity and dedication is exactly why I'd be proud to have you and your business represent us. If it helps, think of it as commemorating your reunion with Master Grenold. Now, this is just getting awkward. What do you think, Berlin? Well, considering the name of these quests is Splendorous Tools, dignity and dedication sound like fine virtues to be associated with. I think it's just perfect! Maybe Splendorous, even. Yeah, my character, she gets it, is hilarious. In that case, I shall work doubly hard to fulfill my promise of support. May your Splendorous Tools be instrumental in crafting the marvels of this new age. Oh, okay, the place actually set up now. Has this stall always been here? Like before Splendorous Tools? Because I didn't notice. You have everything you need to begin, I hope. I have instructed Uinana to serve as the boutique's representative, but rest assured that I shall return anon to check on your progress. Well, yeah, she wants to see Grenold again. I'll be explaining my plans in a bit. But for now, we'll leave the base tool with you, Brilliant. Catalyst says you're qualified to be our test tradeswoman, and that's good enough for me. Kinana here will be sharing our stall and stocks a whole range of other tools should you need them. I can hardly believe this is actually happening. Me working under the tutelage of the Warrior of Darkness and Master Grenold. Yep. That gets me the base tools, okay. Oh, okay, so I get a free base tool. I get a free base tool, and then I'm gonna have to buy the rest of them probably with scripts. That makes sense. Splendorous tools unlocked. Splendorous tool cover will dispense primary tool based on your current class. Those other from Key Grana. Grandel's workbench, yeah. So I'll just go ahead and do crafting. Oh, I actually got a vigil skirt for the Paladin. Let's go ahead and equip that, actually. Oh, right. I forgot to update that gear set. Up there. Let me go ahead and equip these, and that gets me that. That's what we needed. Cool, that actually was a significant boost in my several eye levels. Anyway, so that's my base tool, the Splendorous Saw. And now I'm able, okay, this is gonna end up being like the Skysteel tools, where I have to pick up a quest for each one of them, right? But let me go ahead and see what she has. Trade good accessories. Ah, okay. This is the same stuff. Yeah, this is gonna end up being like, yeah, there's 2 tiers of it. That'll get me this, and then this is probably crafted from the black ones here. Or not. Okay. So it's not like Splendorous tools. It's mainly, okay, and then this is probably a script material. Yeah, okay, so it's script material and regular material, and then the gatherer version of it, where I get the bait that I need to craft them. Okay, okay, I get it. Now, I actually do want to do all of the, or at least the mining and gathering one. I don't know if I'll do the fishing one, and then I'm going to do all of them for completionist's sake, but the only 2 that I actually need are the 2 gathering ones. So, okay, I see how this is going to work. And they all cost white scripts because it's not current content anymore. The newest one will probably be... Okay, let me actually look at this up on the wiki. So yeah, so you gotta do one for each one of them. Yeah, and you gotta buy each of the base ones for 1,500 white scripts. And then you do a quest which will have you craft the first thing that we saw there, which will cost a script material and a regular material. Then the next one you gotta do the blue version, the blue jelly things. And then they unlock the next set of stuff. Okay. Okay, that's pretty simple. It's just gonna take forever to, if you try and macro craft them. I'll maybe attempt to try doing them manually, because there was one person that was actually asking, like, how do you do this manually? Because I did a lot of my most of my Skysteel tools actually, no, I did all of the Skysteel tools manually. So it'd be interesting to see if I can do some of these manually on level, because I didn't actually do those on level. Anyway. That's all we're going to do for today. We got through the first 3 of the Paladin quests. And we unlocked Splendorous tools. I'm going to go ahead and probably like try and macro craft them during the week. I'm not going to get all of them done, obviously. Or I'll try and find / make a macro, or I'll try and do them manually. Because like if I have some time at work, that's something that I can really easily do without needing to pay attention. But that's going to be all for today. I might stream on Friday since I'm going to be off work. But if I don't, then the next scheduled stream is Saturday, and I'll need to figure out exactly what we're going to be doing then. We're obviously going to do Heaven's Turn this week. And then, ideally, if I knew it was going to be yesterday, I would have done it yesterday, and then I'd have the video up today. But, that'd be a little too rushed for my schedule. But next scheduled stream is Friday or Saturday. I'll let you know if I'm going to stream on Friday. But until then, goodbye.